Welcome to Near Mint News. That is going to be the new name for this channel. Brother Austin, can you say hello to the people?
Hello? They've already seen me.
Brother Austin. That's what I was going to say. You all have met him before. I'm Nick. I'm going to be a part of this journey now. I am the younger brother that is, I have infiltrated the Pokemon community. I'm sorry. So this past week we were looking over like some older Pokemon sets, and I think we came across We came across an era that's a little bit undervalued.
Do you know why we were looking at old Pokemon sets?
Yeah, because the new ones fucking suck.
No, it's because the new ones are as much money as the old ones. And the new ones have the possibility to be reprinted. The old ones don't anymore.
So if you're buying sealed, why would you buy the stuff that runs the risk of being reprinted into oblivion, when you can just buy something
that is already out of print,
that has been battle tested and will not be reprinted?
Now this is for the people, not everyone does this, and we understand. This is for the people that want their hands on something that is more rare to collect, to hang on to put away, whatever. This whole way of thinking, of what I was thinking this past week, is just go back a couple of years. Because the new sets are already $300 anyway. Even the newest set, Perfect Order, there's a Starmie and a Clefable. What is it? Mega Clefable. I think. EX, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know that for a fact?
I'm pretty sure. It was not a Clefairy.
So no.
I know that for a fact.
Alright, so Mega Clefable EX and a Mega Starmie EX. Not very many people's favorites, and it's not like it's Lily's Clefable. I know some people are gonna like attach Misty to the Starmie.
And this is for Perfect Order you're talking about?
This is Perfect Order. That set's still,
okay.
Those are the best cards in the set, and that set's still $220, $240.
Which is very affordable for what we've been dealing with for the last 2 years.
I was about to say, are you smoking crack? But for what we've been dealing with, yes. Because I remember, this was Scarlet and Violet era. I remember buying Stellar Crown for $97 a box.
Yeah, and when we went to the card shop together
I
to
bought
get
a
Phantasmal
case of
Flames,
Obsidian Flames for $600.
Jesus. Brother, when we went to the card shop and you got a single box of Phantasmal Flames like 2 weeks after release, what was that? That was what, $350?
It was $340. Yeah.
That is...
So I'm finally back to what I paid for.
Insane.
But it's come back already.
Yes, it is, but I'm saying, like, for release, that's a crazy number to be paying.
That is a crazy number. Like, and then we have Destined Rivals at 500. Is it at 500 or 600 now? I haven't looked in a while.
I can tell you in 2 seconds, but there be rumblings about a reprint of Destined Rivals.
They've been talking about reprints since Jesus was here last. Okay, and we haven't had any. Is that blasphemy? Should I not make that joke? We're gonna leave that one alone from here on out.
You didn't say anything bad about him. $350 is the last sale I see on eBay for Destined Rivals.
$350?
I'm sorry, $550. Fuck. Yeah, don't mind me.
I was about to say, we're gonna go buy some tomorrow.
Regular ETB
if that's the
is
case.
$220. What the fuck is that? Excuse my French.
So,
what is that?
So it does appear that we have a new Evolving Skies for Scarlet and Violet. Okay, so Destined Rivals didn't come out that long ago, and it's already $550.
Be reprinted.
Yeah.
But they've been saying that since release, and the price has not budged.
There are so many options. Okay, not so many. There's a few options you can get for less than that in the previous era. Not Scarlet and Violet, because we're in a new era already. I don't know where all of these sets have gone. There's a new set every 2 months, but we're already in Mega Evolutions era, right? If you go back, skip Scarlet and Violet. You don't have to skip Scarlet and Violet. There's still some good options there too. But if you go back to Sword and Shield, there are options here. The Sword and Shield base is gotten a little out of hand. That's $700. We have Rebel Clash is under $500. So Rebel Clash is the second box out of Sword and Shield, and it's $484 on TCG Player. Let's say $495. It's $500 flat.
Still
it is
cheaper
less
than Destined
Destined
Rivals.
Still cheaper than Destined Rivals. We have Darkness Ablaze.
And it's not a whole much more than Phantasmal Flames.
It's like a 50% more than Phantasmal Flames. 40% more than Phantasmal Flame. You know? Yeah. But then there's the Darkness Ablaze set. I liked the Charizard out of Darkness Ablaze. That's kind of all I liked out of Darkness Ablaze, but I like the Charizard. That is $325. Darkness Ablaze. Sword and Shield. That's less than Phantasmal Flames. And it's a Charizard set. Charizard's on the box. Can't say that about Phantasmal Flames, can you? Is Charizard on the box of Phantasmal Flames? I don't know, they're just black. I don't know what's on the box of Mega Evolution.
That's another topic
so
I want to go over. I cannot stand the new, not today necessarily, but I can't stand the new boxes.
I can't either. They're
the
just
booster
black.
box design.
There's not even art on the flap thing. Makes me upset. And then we got the Fat Pikachu set. This is $290. $290. This is an old set. Now I know they were printed, but that Fat Pikachu's still in there.
And how many of them do you think are still floating around sealed?
That's what I'm saying. There's not as many out there, I think, as people think there is. There's a lot. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's not a lot, but I'm saying I feel like this is mispriced, and there's an opportunity here. Okay, Vivid Voltage. Battle Styles, $260. I had Battle Styles for I don't know how long, just sitting on my shelf, and I decided to rip it one day. This is actually one of the worst sets I've ever seen, but it is what it is. $260 sealed though. $260. Got Chilling Reign, $520. Okay, Chilling Reign is still less than Destined Rivals. Evolving Skies, we know what that's doing. It's $2,600. Yeah, $2,600 right now. Fusion Strike, another one that's kind of gotten out of hand. It's about $1,000. Yeah, it's sitting around $1,000, right at its all-time high. Brilliant Stars.
Is that the most expensive one in this era?
Evolving Skies? Yeah. Yeah, Evolving Skies and Fusion Strike are right next to each other. $2,600 and then $1,000. Brilliant Stars, it's saying $580 on TCG Player, but we just got one on eBay for $430,
there
right?
There are some floating around on eBay still for a lot closer to $400.
And $580.
Yeah.
So there's an option. Astral Radiance, $400. There's another one. Lost Origins, that's sitting around $700. Silver Tempest, around $500. $450, $500. Still less than Destined Rivals. So and the sets that have cracked that $300-400 mark, you know there's demand for that, obviously, right? It's like you see Evolving Skies $2,600, $2,700, it's still selling. There's a lot of demand for that. $400, that's moving. So if you are looking for something that's going to move sooner than later,
but that just makes sense. It's older and it cannot be reprinted.
Right. So if you're willing to wait a little bit longer, maybe the set isn't as sought after like Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage, and I still don't know about Battle Styles, but I've heard other people say buy Battle Styles, put it away, and don't think about it. But who knows, man? But that's Sword and Shield. These are out of print. They've been out of print. Every time they get opened, that's just one less box out there for anyone to get.
Yeah, now you got these frickin' Logan Pauls just opening everything. So.
Yo, yeah. Quite literally everything.
Yep. Got that $1 million Evolving Sky.
There's no shot.
No, that wasn't real.
Do we think I think he would clip farm.
That's what I think too. He's a genius when it comes to that, but I don't think that was authentic.
I think it was a little scummy, but it put a lot of attention on Evolving Skies. Okay, do you consider that market manipulation by just getting eyeballs on it? Or do you consider market manipulation like actively buying up the floor? Or is there no difference?
By that logic, isn't every single auction Ken Golden has ever run market manipulation? Like that giant, granted the Pokemon one he did with Logan Paul, but isn't his whole thing, no matter what it is he's selling, he does a whole show and just promotes the shit out of it for a month, 2 months. How long ago did they announce the the auction of the Illustrator before it actually went to auction. They did that for like 3 months, didn't they?
I got so sick of hearing about it and seeing it on a chain.
Stop doing that. It's not just, no. No, you're not a WWE fighter. You're not Logan Paul. Don't put a card on a chain, Kevin O'Leary, or anyone else for that matter. Just don't do it, please.
That's wild that Kevin O'Leary's doing that shit.
He's doing it with sports cards. But either way, just we don't need to be doing
I
that.
saw one other guy in person do it with a sports card.
I did
But
too.
I still think it's really dumb. But hey, I don't have one that I would put in a chain, nor can I afford a chain to put.
But if you could get a
So,
bulb, if you could get a diamond-crusted bulb, would you do it?
I'm not doing that to my Bulbasaur. My Bulbasaur's staying home.
Okay.
My Bulbasaur's staying home. There are some low-pop Bulbasaurs out there, dude.
Bulbs are starting, there's some bulbs that are starting to go.
I know. There's a couple I want. Anyway,
some,
Bulbasaur's my favorite Pokemon. That's why he's saying this.
Anyway.
Yeah, I do think there's opportunity here, especially like if you're gonna spend $500 on a box anyway, you can make sure it's out of print. Like, and you have something it ain't coming back. You don't have the newest shiny thing, but is the newest shiny thing the cool thing anymore? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think people know the cool thing is the stuff that you're not gonna be able to get forever. You're never going to be able to get any of this forever. But it's the stuff that is never coming back again. I think that's what people are actually, starting to realize. Because if you look at this, like, dude, the black and white boxes we were looking at, diamond pearl boxes we were looking at, even XY. I wanted a box of XY evolutions. I'm going to look this up right now.
Too late.
Is it? I said I would get it if it was like still under 1,500. I don't even want to look this up.
I'll look it up for you.
XY Evolutions booster box. A pack is $45. That's telling me something. XY Evolutions booster box. 1,800? No, it's not. It's 2,500. Okay, well, see, even people hated on that set. I was looking at this set like $700-800. This was less than a year ago, dude. Okay, it was $1,000 1 year ago. It was a little more than a year ago. I was talking about it apparently, but it's gone up 80%. 80% in 1 year. This is a 10-year-old box. I'll give you that. But attention comes back to stuff like this because if you notice, Pokemon does all of this stuff in circles, right? This is another one I wanted to talk about. I got the Mewtwo promo, the Black Star, right? We graded it. It got a 10. I don't know how it got a 10, but it got a 10. I mean, it was clean. I know how I got a 10, but it was so old, I didn't think it was going to get a 10.
We've ended a bunch of shows last summer, and this gentleman came up to him at the end of the show and is like, here, but like, he comes up with a stack of what, like 10, 12 cards from that set?
Yes, but it was all tag teams and XY stuff, and I was like...
So he got the two Charizards that gemmed, and he got the
XY Evolutions Gold Charizard.
And the Mewtwo gemmed. And we didn't try and grade any of the other ones. I don't know if they were gradable or not. But the three biggest cards you got out of that all gemmed, which is crazy, because I assume most vendors would grade their own cards. But it takes 6 months, so I understand why you wouldn't want to do that. By the time we got it back, they had gone down in a 10 by like $600. But
I still got them though.
yeah, so.
But, and it's my favorite card ever, so I'm not even mad about keeping it. But my point is, Pokemon does this stuff in circles, right? So the Mew and the Mewtwo, where the Mewtwo's kind of like got his hand on his head, the promo, and Mew is laughing at him. This is, I looked at that, I was like, this is coming back. Because Pokemon did the 30th anniversary, like Pokemon Day presentation or whatever. And they had Mew and Mewtwo in some kind of like 1 minute teaser for something. And it was like green and red and they were all kind of chromed out. Maybe it's for the Pocket game. I don't know. But I feel like just because they teased that and they're, doing something with Mew and Mewtwo in a teaser, I feel like they're going to release a Mew and Mewtwo card or product or promo or something and it's going to drive attention to the Mew and Mewtwo crossover cards. Or just Mew and Mewtwo as Pokemon in every set going down, like Phantasmal Flames. And the ZA game was the XY era of Pokemon. So I went looking for these XY cards. And now we got Mega Evolutions again. So the old Mega Evolutions that had like that word on the front, look at what the value of those have done recently. They do this stuff in cycles, and you can kind of like look at what they're doing now and then kind of dig back to when they did it before. That's what I like to do. And it seems to work. So, I don't know where that came from, I'm sorry. What was I talking about? You dig back to where they're shining the flashlight in history. What?
It made sense. The spotlight.
Yeah.
One thing real quick before we finish up here, yeah. The Van Gogh Pikachus. And this is funny to me because everyone has, on the internet that I've seen, just talk shit about this. But this card turns my butter, you know what I'm saying? This is a beautiful card. Like, it's got that, it's not my favorite, but it is unique.
What?
Right?
All right, before we move on, let them people get to know you. What is your favorite Pokemon card? Because they know mine's Bulbasaur anything.
But they're gonna get mad at me if I say it's the Umbreon from Prismatic, because it's not gonna hold up like the Moonbreon, they say.
I've been fighting with the internet about that since I started my Pokemon
that is
channel.
my dude. All of the evolutions from Prismatic were so sick to me.
I love that set, dude. I love that whole set.
The Umbreon, I do believe, is my favorite.
Did we forget about the Roaring Moon? Like, that whole set is so sick.
But anyway, the Van Gogh. I'm sorry,
yes,
we got off topic here. It
took a little skirt.
Surpassed the market cap of any grade, the PSA 10 Van Gogh. Surpassed the market cap of any grade rookie Michael Jordan Fleer. Which, I'm somebody who's been into like sports real big my whole life, and that's always been like the grail card. That is insane to me. Actually, maybe it's not that insane. There are 36,000 more Pikachu 10s than the most common grade of the Jordan rookie.
There's 9,000 Jordan rookies. Right.
In a PSA 8, and that is the highest pop. Yeah.
And then there's 39,000 or 49,000 Pikachus in a 10.
46.8, so I'm just going to round up and say 47.
So the Umbreon VMAX, everyone said had a high PSA 10 pop count. There's less than half that of them. And this card is now $2,500 in a 10.
Pop count is so strange to me because, like I said, I'm real into sports, and pop count is like a huge deal with sports cards. It's not at all with Pokemon. I don't feel like it doesn't matter.
No, I don't think it does. It doesn't make any sense. This doesn't behave like a collectible market anymore.
I mean, it does make sense because, like, in sports, like, say, like Michael Jordan, for example. No, I guess that doesn't make sense. But I was about to say. I was going to say there will be other Michael Jordan cards, but there will not be other rookies of that player. It's like, but...
No. My computer screen just turned off on me.
What the hell?
Anyway,
yes.
But yeah,
the Van Goghs, it is not people hoarding them. It is a cool card. It is unique.
People might be hoarding them.
I'm sure people hoard everything. People are hoarding the $5 card you have in a binder somewhere, and you just don't know it. It's happening. Everything is hoarded. Everything is bought and sold by vendors. Just because you can't afford it and you wish you could afford it does not mean that the card market itself is not real.
Sell me all your Bulbasaur cards and go away at 80%. Give me a call, email. Don't call me. I won't answer. All right.
If you enjoy our company, give us a like and a subscribe, and have a good evening. Day, morning, whatever it might be. Have a good lunch, even. Anyway, bye-bye.